Virgo, August 4th, you built something real. 9 of Pentacles, you paid the bill. You kept the schedule. You handled the quiet parts nobody claps for. That is the starting point here. Not lack, not scrambling. Earned ground. And I'm seeing something else too. The Tower, the thing that looks stable, is not as stable as everybody said. A truth lands, a conversation hits, a plan breaks fast. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It does not just go wrong. It exposes what was already cracked. You do not need to keep decorating the crack. You do not need to keep smiling through the noise. You knew this already. This is where Virgo gets tested. 9 of Pentacles wants clean self-respect. The Tower says the old structure cannot hold your life anymore. So if somebody has been leaning on your competence, your patience, your silence, that arrangement is getting exposed. You notice who only shows up when you are carrying everything. You notice where the rules were never really fair. You notice the moment the mask drops. And then the 3 of Pentacles reversed. That is the group project that has no plan. The team chat that goes nowhere. The person who keeps talking like they are helping, but they are not doing the work. This card reversed is about miscommunication and weak standards. So look at where you are over-functioning. Look at where you are the only one checking details, fixing errors, and keeping the whole thing from falling apart. That is not collaboration. That is you covering a gap. Hold on. This is important. 9 of Pentacles is not asking you to isolate just because you are capable. It is asking you to choose quality over approval. That means you can enjoy your own morning. You can move in silence. You can stop explaining your standards to people who keep missing them. But the Tower says if the system around you is built on pressure, guilt, or inherited rules, it will crack under the truth. Let it crack. Do not panic and rebuild the same thing with prettier wallpaper. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Reversed. This is where the work gets messy because nobody wants to say who is actually responsible. Somebody is underskilled. Somebody is undercommitted. Somebody is pretending the group is functioning when it is not. So you clarify roles. You ask for the name on the task. You stop carrying what was never yours alone. If support is needed, get competent support, not promises, not vibes. Actual help. And for Virgo, that is the lesson on August 4th. Your independence is real. Your standards are real. Your competence is real. But the truth is changing the room. A false structure is coming down. And the only thing you are not allowed to do is confuse collapse with punishment. It is not punishment. It is exposure. It is liberation. It is the end of pretending that broken systems deserve your best energy. So keep what you built, protect it, refine it. And when the group cannot meet you there, step back and let the truth sort it out. Virgo, August 4th. You are not being asked to prove you can survive chaos. You already did that. Now the question is what you will keep and what you will stop carrying. Nine of Pentacles. This card is about earned independence, self-worth, and real self-sufficiency. I'm seeing you in your own lane here, paying what you owe, keeping your space clean, buying the better thing because you can, not because somebody is watching. You built something solid and you need to let that count. Don't shrink it. Don't call it just getting by when you have actually been disciplined, careful, and competent. The trap is over isolating and pretending you do not need anyone just because you are tired of being disappointed. There is a difference between solitude and lack. Do not confuse them. The Hierophant reversed. This card is about resisting rigid authority and questioning inherited rules. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The Hierophant reversed is showing where you have been following a script that never fit you. Family expectations, old advice. A role you kept because it looked respectable from the outside. You may have been saying yes out of guilt, not truth. You may have been performing obedience while your body was saying no. Stop doing that. Notice where tradition is stale. Notice where somebody else's rules are being sold to you as wisdom. But do not rebel just to rebel. This is not about burning down every structure. It is about choosing values over approval. Clean cut, no performance. The Tower, this card is sudden disruption and it does not ask permission. Hold on. Something has already started to crack, or it is about to. A conversation changes everything. A hidden detail comes out. A plan falls apart fast, and you do not get to keep calling that stability if it was built on a lie. The Tower is not punishment. It is truth breaking through. So do not panic and grab the broken pieces just because they are familiar. Do not patch a wall that was already falling. Let the truth land respond. Move after the collapse, not before it. Three of Pentacles reversed. The Tower is about poor collaboration, misaligned effort, and people not pulling their weight. I'm seeing you in a group setting where you are the one who knows the plan, the one who notices the gaps, the one who ends up fixing the mess. That is not teamwork. That is you carrying everybody, and it is draining your time, your focus, your standards. Be honest about where the roles are unclear. Be honest about who is not competent. Do not keep pretending the group is functioning just because everyone is busy. Busy is not progress. If the work is shared, it should look shared. If it is not, name it. Delegate what you can. Step back from what is not yours. So for this moment, Virgo, the message is simple. Your independence is real. Your old rules are not sacred. The collapse is revealing what was false and the people around you. They need to match your standard or get out of your way. Hold on. This is where the mask starts cracking in real time. Nine of Pentacles. This card is the part of you that already knows how to stand on your own feet. Nine of Pentacles is earned independence, not borrowed confidence. You paid the bill, you handled the thing, you kept your standards high even when nobody clapped. So do not downplay the win just because it happened quietly. I'm seeing a Virgo pattern here. You can make confidence look so normal that other people forget it is a skill. It is a skill. Enjoy what you built. Choose quality over approval. And actually, no, do not confuse being alone with being empty. You can have a quiet morning, your own space, your own rhythm, and still be fully resourced. The Hierophant reversed. This reversal is about refusing stale rules that never fit you in the first place. The Hierophant reverse is the moment you stop obeying just because somebody older, louder, or more official said so. You know the script. Stay in the role, follow the family line, keep it respectable, keep it familiar. But that path is rubbing wrong. Don't lie to yourself. If a rule only survives because people are scared to question it, it is not truth. Question the advice that never worked. Question the guilt that shows up when you choose differently. But do not rebel just to make noise. Break the pattern, not your whole structure. Keep what is real. Drop what is inherited and dead. Queen of Cups. This card is the one who feels everything and still stays centered. Queen of Cups is emotional intelligence in action, not panic, not over explaining. She notices the room before the room explains itself. She checks on the person, but she does not drown with them. That matters here because your intuition is picking up what the group is trying to smooth over. Say the thing you felt. Then stay grounded. Cry if you need to. Keep your footing. Hold the boundary. Do not absorb everybody else's mood and call it empathy. You can care without carrying. You can listen without rescuing. You already know when something is off. Trust that first signal. The Tower, this card is the break in the wall. The Tower is sudden truth and it does not ask permission. Something cracks, a plan falls apart, a conversation lands harder than expected. Wait. That collapse is not random. It shows you where the structure was already weak. If a foundation needed constant patching, it was never stable. So let the truth land. Stop building on the cracked parts. Stop acting like control can save what reality is already exposing. Respond fast, clear the debris. What falls now is going to fail anyway. And yes, that can be shocking, but shock is not the same as punishment. Three of Pentacles reversed. This card is the team that is not actually a team. Three of Pentacles reversed shows miscommunication, weak standards, and one person carrying the whole thing. You can see it because you are probably the one doing the work while everybody else talks around it. Actually, no, that is not collaboration. That is leakage. Clarify roles. Ask who is responsible for what. Ask who has the skill. Ask who is pretending. If the group cannot hold a plan, stop pretending it is functioning. Get competent support or step back. Do not keep over functioning just to cover the gap. That gap is the message. August 4th, Virgo. Hold on. The Tower is the loud part, but it is not random. It is exposing what could not hold. And once it cracks, you stop pretending the structure was safe. Nine of Pentacles. This card is about earned independence, and it shows you already know how to stand on your own feet. You paid the bill, you handled the errand, you kept the standard high when nobody else did. That is not small. That is proof. Do not downplay what you built just because it was built quietly. And do not confuse being alone with being unsupported. You can sit in a quiet room, drink your coffee, and still be fully resourced. The Hierophant reversed. The Hierophant reversed is where the old rule book starts sounding fake. I'm seeing a Virgo who has been following a system because it was expected, not because it fit. Family expectations, work expectations, relationship expectations. The kind of advice that sounds respectable and still leaves you empty. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You are not being asked to rebel for sport. You are being asked to stop calling obedience a virtue when it costs you your values. If it does not fit, you do not owe it loyalty. Queen of Cups. This card is about emotional intelligence, but keep it practical. You notice the room before anyone speaks. You catch the shift in tone. You know when someone is smiling through a problem. That is real skill. Use it with boundaries. Do not absorb everybody's mess and call it care. Do not become the person who keeps checking on everyone while skipping your own needs. Sit with the feeling, name it, then decide what is yours to hold and what is not. King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles reversed shows control dressed up as stability. Money status, image, micromanaging the shared budget, holding the keys too tightly because trust feels risky. That is the pattern. and it is cracking. I need to be clear. This isn't about wealth itself. This is about using resources to dominate, or using the appearance of security to hide instability. Audit the numbers, audit the decisions. If the foundation is shaky, no amount of polish fixes it. The Tower. The Tower is the truth breaking through the wall. A conversation lands, a plan falls apart, a hidden thing gets named. And once it happens, you cannot unsee it. Do not panic and try to rebuild the exact same thing with better packaging. That is the Trap. Let the collapse do its job. If a structure needed lies to stand, it was already over. Three of Pentacles reversed. This card is showing misalignment in the work. One person doing everything. No real plan, no shared standard, no actual support. You are not crazy for noticing the gap. If the group keeps missing deadlines, missing details, or missing your input, then the collaboration is broken. Name the roles, name the skill gaps. Ask for competent help. Do not carry everybody else just to keep the peace. That is not teamwork. That is you over-functioning in a failing system. So here is the moment. The Tower clears the lie. The Hierophant reversed cuts the false authority. Nine of Pentacles reminds you that your independence is real. Queen of Cups tells you to trust what you feel without drowning in it. King of Pentacles reversed shows where control has been masking fear. Three of Pentacles reversed says the group is not functioning. Virgo, stop patching what is supposed to fall. Build from truth now. Virgo, August 4th. Because the whole thing is shifting from pressure to proof. The Tower. This is the crack in the wall. The conversation lands, the mask slips, the hidden thing gets named, and now the structure cannot keep pretending. You cannot build on a lie after the lie has been exposed. So if something breaks today, do not rush to glue it back together. Let it break clean. Let the truth finish its job. You already knew that. The Hierophant reversed. This reversal is about the rules that never fit you. The old system wants obedience, wants you to nod, wants you to keep performing respect for something that has not been respectful to you. Actually, no, that is not guidance. That is pressure. If you've been staying in a role because somebody expected it, this is the moment you stop calling that loyalty. You question the doctrine. You question the family script. You question the advice that sounded wise but never worked in your real life. Three of Pentacles reversed. The work is not working because the group is not grouped. Somebody is missing the standard, somebody is missing the plan, and somebody is probably missing the point. And if that somebody has been you, carrying the whole project, then stop. Say what is not getting done. Name the role that is unclear. Ask for actual support, not applause. If the room keeps acting busy while nothing gets built, that is not collaboration. That is chaos in a nice shirt. King of Pentacles, reversed. I'm seeing control dressed up as stability. Money, status, resources, all of it can become a leash when somebody is scared underneath. So look at the numbers, look at the spending, look at who is micromanaging what. If someone is using security as a way to dominate the room, call it what it is. And if you have been doing that because trust feels risky, then be honest about that too. Security is not the same thing as image. Queen of Cups, this is the clean emotional center in the middle of the wreckage. Feel it, but do not drown in it. Listen to what your body already knows. Notice the room. Notice who feels off. Notice where your compassion keeps turning into rescue. You can care without absorbing. You can stay soft without becoming available to everyone. That is the move. That is the skill. Nine of Pentacles. This is your earned ground, your bills paid, your standards intact, your quiet morning, your own life, not borrowed, not begged for, not approved by committee. So enjoy what you built. Do not minimize it because the room got loud. Do not confuse being alone with being lacking. This moment is showing you confidence that does not need permission. Quality over approval every time. 10 of Swords reversed. And here is the release, not more damage, not more rehashing, not one more text thread open just to bleed again. Let the ending be the ending. Stop reopening the wound to prove it hurt. This is recovery after collapse. This is the part where you stop calling survival a failure. Breathe, close the tab, let the body come down from the alarm. Virgo, this moment says the false authority is done. The broken structure is exposed. The bad collaboration is obvious. What remains is yours to keep, and it is smaller, cleaner, and truer. Build from there. August 4th, Virgo. This is not subtle. I'm seeing a clean line here, and then a hard break. Nine of Pentacles. This card is about earned independence, and it matters that it is earned. You paid the bill. You handled the thing. You kept your standards when nobody clapped. So do not shrink that now. That same earned independence with a quiet edge from this is still the foundation here. Don't confuse being alone with being lacking. Don't start handing your peace to people who did not help build it. You already knew that. Your quiet is not empty. Your quiet is expensive. The Hierophant reversed. This reversal is a direct refusal of stale rules. You are not built to keep obeying something just because it has always been there. I'm seeing a pattern where somebody wants you to call it tradition when it is really pressure, the same kind of rules that never fit your life back in family expectations. Old advice, a role you outgrew months ago. Actually, no longer than that. Stop performing agreement. If the rule does not fit your life, you do not owe it loyalty. Queen of Cups. This card says your intuition is not being dramatic. It is collecting data. You noticed the tone change. You felt the room go cold. You saw the text and knew something was off before you had proof. Because the feeling you trusted first in this was already telling you the truth. Trust that, but keep your boundaries on. Do not absorb everybody else's panic and call it compassion. Check-in care. Stay centered. You feel deeply without becoming the dumping ground. King of Pentacles reversed. This reversal points to control hiding behind stability, the exact pattern this named before the numbers and habits started looking secure on the surface. Somebody wants to look solid while the numbers, the habits, or the decisions are messy underneath. Maybe they overspend to seem secure. Maybe they micromanage shared resources because trust feels risky. Maybe they keep the whole thing tight because they are scared of losing status. Security is not the same as appearance. Audit the practical facts. Count what is actually there. The Tower. Hold on. This is the sudden crack. The conversation that changes everything. The thing that was hidden comes out. The plan falls apart fast. And yes, it is shocking. But the Tower is not here to punish you. It is here to stop the lie. So do not panic and build another fake wall in the same place. Let the false structure go down. Let the truth land. Three of Pentacles reversed. The Tower shows the group project that never had a real plan. The team that keeps talking while one person carries the load. The role where nobody is clear and you are the one cleaning up the mess. This is friction, not collaboration. So name the gap, clarify the work, ask who is actually doing what. If they cannot meet you with competence, stop pretending the system is functioning. You are not here to rescue bad teamwork. 10 of Swords reversed. This card closes the spiral, the same collapse that made room in this, and finally stops the damage from repeating. It says the collapse has already happened, and now the job is recovery. Not reliving. Not reopening the wound. Not checking the same painful thread for the 100th time. Let it end. Let the dead situation stay dead. This is where the healing starts because you stop volunteering for more harm. So the message is simple. Release the structure that keeps breaking you. Keep what you built with your own hands. Reject the stale rule. Trust what you felt before the proof arrived. And when the crack shows up, do not patch it with your own body. Step back. Rebuild from what is real. Okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please subscribe. Tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.